Guys, first of all, you probably noticed I changed my background. That actually has something to do with the topic we are going to be covering today. The topic being look at kind of one or two or three variations of what a character sheet of what your character sheet in Dungeons and Dragons is. I'm gonna go through topics like what the heck? What the heck are these things? What what goes here? What these things are? And what the heck is going on with this dude down here? It's looking a little bare for equipment. So yeah, without any more of me jabbering, let's get into episode 3 of Mastering the Dungeon. Your character sheet. Roll. Back to the channel. I'm well. This little experiment I'm running is called Archer's Mark Productions. Right now. I've been going through kind of 5 pillars of what can help you. Um, Not only as the dungeon master, kind of started as just a dungeon master, but kind of evolved into what can help you just in general. Just a little my take on different things that D&D game might have, and this week we're going to be covering the character sheet. As you can see behind me, check out my other videos, and you'll notice that, or if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for that. I noticed that my background has changed. My background has changed to that of a character sheet, one that you would use in Dungeons and Dragons. For those of you who know about the game, or for those of you who don't, this is what it this is a very, I'm gonna say, janky one. Normally they don't look like this, especially in the later editions. This is just a cool one I found that um, I use to keep track of the enemies that my players that I come across. So yeah, let's dive right in. Segment number 1, the kind of anatomy or bones of a character sheet. Before we dive into the specifics, let's take a real quick look at the basic components of a character sheet. Most character sheets will have sections for your character's attributes. That's gonna be these on this character sheet. Skills will be down here, kind of deal, or probably down here. If I'm gonna be honest with you. And then equipment, that's gonna be over here. That's the chest, and that's the helmet, the shield, the crossbow, the necklace, the two rings, um, and more. Like I said, the names up here, um, what you can carry in your backpacks over here, and your spells and your abilities are down here. Understanding these basic components, most, if not all, of the Dungeons and Dragons character sheets, and a lot of the other role-playing systems will have these basic components. It might be definitely in Dungeons and Dragons. They'll be shifted around, or yeah, I know in some of the other like the space adventure games, there's different like willpower and likeness, etc. Just different um, statistics based, depending on your desired play system. Um, that's it. The section 2. Section 2 is filling in the basics. Now we know that we're on what's on the sheet. Let's talk about filling it in. Let's start with the basics. When I create a character with a new player, I always like, all right, let's start at the top. Normally, the very top thing is the name. Now, that might not seem fair because they just got into this game. Why would they know a name? That's my way of getting the players comfortable. It starts to get the mind start working. It's like, what do you want this character to be? On this character sheet, the name is up here. That's what the dragon is, kind of wrapping its tail around. Um, Race, class, and background are also up here. Up here you've got age or weight and height and hair color and eye color. And then background. Background can be any number of places. It can be here, or here, or here, or here, or here, or there. Um, but these details are definitely the foundation and the the foundation of your character within the world of where, no matter if it's in space, in deep rock of the third planet from Maldunvia, or if you're in a gnomish town of 200, just trying to lay low because an evil warlord's coming after you. That your character's stats and your character's background will all filter into that decision making and that ability to succeed. As we talked about in the other videos, in my before video, the ability scores um, are directly correlated with the dice. Um, Directly correlated with the dice. You roll the dice and you add or subtract your ability score modifier, and that's where you come up with the roll. If you can backflip and stab the adventurer through the armor, or if you nearly avoid the cloud kill coming to incinerate your party. Attribute or segment 3, what we're called. The heart of your character sheet lies in its attributes, as I was saying. I kind of segued into that. Whether it's strength, dexterity, intelligence, or charisma, wisdom, or wisdom. Understanding your character's strengths and weaknesses, flaws, and bonds, morals, and obligations is very important. These numbers and these like I was saying, the attributes and your bonds and what your character lives by are very important when determining the outcome of certain situations. Segment number 4. Moving right along. Moving on to the skills and proficiencies, normally found either over here in this little box, or right where my big old head is, right there. These details reflect on your character's training and expertise. So you might be strong, and you might be less intelligent, or you might be charismatic and less dexterous. But if you've got the jester skill right here, or right here, right through me, or my left shoulder, then maybe you're a bouncer. Maybe you're a bouncer jester, and maybe you make people. Let's see what I can do with this. Maybe you make people laugh, and that's how they kind of you kind of determine their age. Or maybe you're super dexterous but not really strong. Maybe you can steal their ID before they even pull it out. But if they confront you, then you've got to use that jester feat to kind of laugh and play and joke and sneak your way out of the situation. So it really depends on. It doesn't so much depend on your stat line up here. It more depends on your abilities and your skill proficiencies right here. Strategically choosing these skills that complement and cover your weaknesses and character background, as well as your class, can give you a considerable advantage in this game. Segment number 5. Inventory and equipment. Now, that's all around here. No adventure is complete without the gear, and your character sheet's equipment section is where you would list all your weapons and armor and other items, rings, helmets, crossbows, armor, shields, like I was saying, ammunition. Keeping it organized in your backpack or your spell book or your side pouches ensures you will always be prepared for whatever me or whoever's DMing you the campaign that you embark on. He will always be prepared. A well-managed inventory can be the difference between success and failure when the dice fall where they may. Section number 6. Lastly, don't forget about your character's health and spell slots for magic users, spell slots for clerics, wild shape number daily uses for druids. They belong over there, sometimes up here, sometimes below there. I always like to list my big old stats like here, up here, so they're right there. Being aware of your character's condition is essential for making wise decisions during the game. There you have it. Understanding and utilizing your character sheet is a skill that will serve you well on wherever you find yourself, whatever journey you find yourself a part of, whether you're exploring dungeons, engaging in epic battles, or navigating intricate plots. A well-maintained character sheet is your key to success. If you found this guide helpful or at all informative, I would be much appreciative if you would like and subscribe. This experiment is doing all right thanks to you guys. Appreciate that. So yeah, just like and subscribe if you would. Comment. At this point, I do read all your comments, so they're very funny and helpful. Yeah. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.